Hey, movie fans! Here to talk to you about the number one movie in the world, Black Panther Wakanda Forever. This movie came out last weekend, and just wanted to share a few thoughts with you about it and definitely try to keep it spoiler free to save it for those who haven't had a chance to go and see it yet. Would I recommend you going to see this movie? Yes, that's a for sure. Seeing it in the theaters, I also would say, is a must. If you can make that happen, make that happen. It'd be great to see this film in theaters. It really is a wonderful tribute to such an incredible talent. So sad to have the loss of Chadwick Boseman, the Black Panther himself, right? And yeah, just I don't know, the movie and the story allowed not just the cast but also us as the audience to mourn and remember the Black Panther, to remember Chadwick Boseman and what he did and how he gave to this character. Amazing to think of what he was going through even while he filmed these movies. It's just incredible. But it also then, as a movie, thematically deals with some pretty deep things, like grief and remorse, and then finding a way for the rest of the team here to move forward trying to protect Wakanda. Like, really a big deal, and yeah, very, very cool movie to tackle such heavy themes like that, and to do it in such a way to give us a great movie watching experience. So totally applaud the crew on this one. Like, very, very well done. The trailers showed that we would get a new Black Panther. We saw that. We see it, right? But I love that it wasn't automatic. Like, it had to happen, it had to be worked for. Like I said, it's spoiler free, so I don't want to say too much. But it did justice to the previous movie, to the previous storyline of Black Panther as this new installment continues. So that is super, super cool to me. And I thought that was fantastic. To do justice to the previous one, to not just, skip over or pretend like other things hadn't happened, like we sometimes see in other movies when the sequel moves ahead. So that's awesome. I really did just think that this movie was wonderful, and I can't wait to go and see it again. It is a very fitting movie for what it needs to be and for what it had to be. I think it just fit so well with where things are and what this movie needed to be. So definitely cool. It is a serious tone. Like I said, with those themes that it's dealing with, the movie carries a very serious tone, even with underwater people as a big part of the story, right? Like, wow, like how do they do that? How do they still have like such a good feel and serious tone to it when you're dealing with, kind of an absurd aspect to it, right? Like this flying guy with wings on his heels, like in his pointy ears, like, and it's still just wow, so well done, masterful to do that, to balance those two things. Amazing how I was able to pull that off.
What reason do you have to reveal your secret to the world?
I am not a woman who enjoys repeating herself. Who are you?
I have many names. My people call me Akukungkan, but my enemies call me Namor.
Thinking about it, like seeing what they were doing with, the underwater people in the underwater city. Like, this movie did Aquaman better than Aquaman did Aquaman. Just saying. And it looked better. So props to the visual effects team. Like, really cool. Really cool. So that's awesome. Let's look at what Black Panther Wakanda Forever did by the numbers. Okay, so checking this out. This was from the time of opening weekend. The Rotten Tomatoes score was an 84%. That is a really solid score, especially considering that it's a sequel, and it's a sequel to a movie where the title character wasn't returning, which he couldn't have. But, like, amazing to think that it's doing that well from the critics. And then from the audience, it's a 95%. What? Way higher than I was estimating. Way higher than I was guessing. Like maybe would have wanted to see that happen, but after seeing it, I just thought, it was such a serious tone to it. I don't know, maybe audiences aren't going to think it's as entertaining or as great, but 95% the people are speaking and they're saying yes to Wakanda Forever. Like, so cool. Google users have it at an 88%. 88% saying yes, like it. The IMDb has it at a 7.4 out of 10. So that's pretty high. And then it also has an A from CinemaScore. So very well received all around for Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Money-wise, box office-wise, opening weekend scored $181 million with a $331 million worldwide opening. That 181 domestic opening is second best opening for the year, trailing only fellow MCU film Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. That one had only $6 million more to its opening. Like, wow, so close. That $181 million opening also gives Black Panther Wakanda Forever the number 13 opening weekend of all time. Number 13 of all time. Like, holy cow. That's so dang good, right? Like, wow. The MCU actually has 9 of the top 15. Wait, what? Yes, for real. 9 of the top 15 opening weekends of all time in the domestic box office are MCU movies. And 3 of the remainders are Star Wars movies. 2 of those are animated films, the new version of The Lion King and Incredibles 2 being those 2, right? So, what? That's so crazy. Only 2 films from the top 17 opening domestic weekend box office of all time are Disney titles. Only 2 of them are not Disney titles. Only 2, not Disney titles. Every other one. So 15 of those top 17 are from Walt Disney Studios. One of those that's not is actually Spider-Man No Way Home, which is MCU, but because of the contract with Sony, Sony gets to release it. So that one's not Walt Disney Studios. And then the other one is Jurassic World. Like, what? So Black Panther Wakanda Forever, with its strong opening, definitely continues a great thing that Marvel, the MCU, and Disney have going for them. Wow, I know, it's pretty mind-blowing, isn't it? Like, that's just amazing to me.
Get out of my dorm. Get out. Hey, I'm warning you, do not take another step toward me.
See how they teach the children to treat their guests.
Put this spear in here. Who brought a spear in here?
I like it.
The strong reviews, strong box office performance are not the only strengths of the movie, though. It's fun to see those things. It's fun to see how it's being received and what's happening with the world that way in the box office. Like, that's exciting to see that happen. I love that. But really, this movie does continue the Black Panther story and the MCU story in a strong way. Very strong way. Like Wakanda Forever strong. This movie, in my opinion, is a win all around. Make sure to go see it. Go have a great time watching Black Panther Wakanda Forever. I can't wait to go and see it again. Thanks for checking this out, everybody. Stay safe out there. Don't text to drive. Have a good one.